Hello and welcome. I know it's been a minute once again, since I've uploaded a video. This time I'm going to take a different pace. I'm not only streaming this portion of it, but I'm going to be also uploading this video as well. So what's going on is I'm rebuilding the radio setup. So this setup here that we built to go inside the backpack, once again I'm redesigning this. I like this design, but I feel like we can improve it. And I'll be moving away from a backpack and going more towards a Pelican case. That you can actually put on your pack, or you can take on an airplane. More durable, and I think just more portable. One of the things I've noticed with the backpack on this design, I could make this smaller, and I really should. But when I zip it up, these knobs, I'm concerned. I feel like they're going to bend or break. So that's why we're going to change this design. Now, it's not going to be done today. This is more of just showing you guys the bits and pieces I've collected for this and to give you an idea. Interesting. So some of the pieces that we got here. We got a three-way switch. Now this is an industrial switch, with the center being in the off position. That's going to be our main power to the unit. So the Pelican case that we'll be using is the Pelican Air case 1535. I picked up 2 sheets of ABS plastic that's 18 inches by 24 inches at 1/8 of an inch thick. And that's going to sit on top, and all these pieces are going to sit on that plastic. So imagine this pad as that piece of plastic. And as I pull the pieces out, I'll just set them on the pad so you can kind of see where they're placed. Let's put them over here. So we do have a volt/amp meter that I will be using. This one's a 2 display instead of a 1 display. It's top line's volt, bottom line is amp. And that's going to probably go right about there. And these guys here I ordered specifically. When I bought these, I tried to find these like in individual lights, but I couldn't find them. And of course I ripped off the label that told me what voltage these ones are. Go figure, right? Oh, duh. Okay, so these are the 12-volt ones. So I figure we'll probably be using the red. Stick one red. Let's go ahead and unpack one here. If I can get it open. So one red one. Then I believe I'm thinking about switching to a force switch, and I'll explain why. But if I do, I'm going to go with the blue one. Go ahead and pull that out. And I do have readouts for these. It will sit on there. There we go. Pull out another one for the other one. One blue. Yeah, I should go green. Red, blue. Wee woo. Let's go green. No. No. How did you fall out of there? You're not supposed to fall out. There we go. So those are the 12-volt ones. And that one right there is the AC. So you got DC current, AC current, and this one's actually going to be solar, is what my intent is. I haven't decided if I want to keep it that color or not. I know AC is going to be red regardless because, you know, more fun to play with. And this doesn't actually specify on them. Oh, cool. They do. So I don't have to worry about it too much. And this will sit probably right about there. May go even up here. Yeah, I'll probably put that right there. So this is the cover of the case. The radios, they're going to sit here and here. And they're going to be the removable head unit type. So you can take the radio and the main portion of the radio and put it there we go. That's better. you can take the main portion of the radio and put it under the piece of plastic. That's where the tuner's going to go. That's where the body of the radios are going to go, and then the face units are going to be on top. And I believe there'll be enough room once we get the plastic in place, the cover, to mount that and not hurt the heads. So the battery is going to sit back here. What are we going to use to represent the battery? My phone. So that's where the battery is going to sit, back there. 2 units here. The LED, or the voltmeter right there. The control lights right there. We also have an Anderson connector that we're going to be putting in. And this is just to add various expansions to it. And that will probably go... It would probably go something like that. Next thing I have is one of these. And I'm thinking about getting 2, but I'm still undecided. This is going to go next to the main radio and go down and connect into the actual unit. So that will sit there. This plug is designed for our solar panel, that system that we're going to put in it. This is an expansion piece that I've been trying to figure out and still working through the steps of what I need. This one's just 2-prong. And more than likely what will happen is I'll have this on a bypass, so that way when we do solar, I can just plug it right in and say the green light will just illuminate. I might actually make it the blue light. So just feel like that's kind of where I'm going with it. And that will go right up there. Actually, it'll probably go off to the side over there. The next connectors I got are these USB connectors. And those will essentially sit next to each radio, or it will sit next to each spot just to allow easy connection to the laptop. Actually, I'll probably put them both like right there. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's put that there. Put that there. That obviously going to go there. And see, we got USB-C ones too. That's 2 of the USB-C ones. So the USB-C ones don't really serve a big purpose other than to charge my phone. That's really it. I do have a device that I could plug the USB-C into, but yeah, I'm just kind of, and so yeah, there will be one USB-C one up here, and it'll probably go up here next to the power Sander connector. And it will probably get one of these plates that says charge only. Then we have our PL259 connectors. So those will probably go up here at the very top. So the system should look something like that when it's set in the box. I'm still thinking about getting another one of these, and if there's plenty of room, I was thinking about getting an external speaker. Then I have this whole area right here that's just going to be open. And what I'm planning on doing is just putting the mic brackets there and just setting the mics over there. Actually, knowing me, it would probably be something where these are centered. This is over here so I can get to the switch easy. And the microphones are up here. And it'll probably be... one of these spots will be an empty cubby hole that I can actually store the extra equipment in. Like, for example, the microphones, unplug them from the radio and stick them in there. That's the idea, and I just haven't got that far because I'm still waiting on the box to come in. I just got the... why did I space on what it is? The ABS plastic. I just got the ABS plastic in today. So we're getting there. I also got to order an Anderson bridge because everything here is going to be connected to the Anderson system. And so there will be a fuse block probably underneath this side over here that's going to have all of the connections going into it where it's nice and fused. The power supply I'm using is I have a project downstairs that I've no longer been working on. It was supposed to be a base unit for convention spaces. I built a radio system on it called the Dodger system, named after someone who gave me the inspiration for it. And essentially it allows you to connect your radio system through to, I was going to connect it through Discord, but you can essentially tie in voice over IP. That was the intent. It just never got used. I still have it. It still works. But I have 3 power supplies in that box that aren't being used, and they're just switch mode power supplies, variable. So I'm going to take one of those out, and I'm going to put it in this box. I do believe. Yes, I do. That's right. Because the switch mode, if the radios are sitting here, switch mode's down here. Because as well as I got to put a charger in against this wall that connects to the battery to charge the battery when it's on AC current. Yeah, because those two are the... Okay, yeah. That's what I was trying to remember that. I've been planning this well over 6 months to a year on how to do this operation. Now, when we start talking about power, how are you going to hook this up? Remove these out of the way. So this is just my notes on my switch on how to wire it because I pre-staged it. But essentially, this is kind of what we're going to be using here. It's going to connect in, go to the power supply, and the other end is going to go to the battery charger. So that's straight AC there. This one is going to go on this end and connect into here to apply that power. We look at the switch more in depth. Position 0 is off, which is centered. We go to position 1, that's going to be our AC current. Go to position 2, it's going to be our DC current. And I have a way that I wired it that it's not going to cross anything wrong, and everything should work like a dream. The only one I was debating on was solar. I was thinking about getting a four position. So the fourth position, you just flip it over, is just straight solar power. But I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, no. That's why I went with this connector, because as soon as you plug it in, it's just going to start charging the system. It's not going to charge it a lot, but hey, at least it's something. So now I get to put all the stuff back in the box. I'm so excited that we're getting so close to actually putting this thing together. When I get ready to put it together, I'm not going to be able to really record the process of measuring and cutting of all that. So I'm going to wind up cutting it and then showing it on camera as we piece it together. Yeah. Now I'm curious to know. So these things. I got one of these. Will it? If it fits, it sits. It would be tight, but it would. Well, that's the USB A one. Let's try this one. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Son of a god deep girt. Oh, whatever. Just get back in there for now. Well, what? Now you don't want to fit? Okay, fine. Be that way. I might have to just cut the piece of plastic and just kind of bend it out. Might actually work. I just don't want someone to plug a phone into it thinking it can do anything else besides charge. That thing will have to go underneath it so it can seal. The one thing I do want to make sure of is I want to make sure everything seals correctly. So I'll have to get some foam and put some foam around it. Of course, I stick it on upside down. There. There we go. USB port. And I'm actually going to do that to all of these. So that's a great idea. That way I know what wire goes or what thing goes to what. Just take a small bit out. See, this one's got a seal right there, so I might need to actually get some sealing rings. Oh yeah, I goofed that one, didn't I? Didn't even have to cut that one. Alright, screw that. Alright, stick that in there. Pink, look at that. Yeah, I like that. And I think I will order another one of these for the other radio just in case. I do like that better. You're 12 volt green, so we're gonna actually keep you. Get rid of you. Switch you out to blue. That's the 120 volt. The other thing I was thinking about doing was making a lightning detector and putting it in, built it into the box, and using a different style of LEDs. I have not lit one of these up yet, so I don't know exactly how bright they are, which I could go ahead and light one up. Then these, of course, will get one of those rings too, eventually. That or to get a silver Sharpie. Grab the back one. One. So these things do not specify positive, negative, I don't believe. So let's make some power, I think. And we currently got it set at 13. Let's drop it down to at 12. So this is the blue one. Okay. So that's what the blue one's going to look like for solar. And that's only going to come on when we plug that other one in. Green. Ooh. Yeah, that should be actually pretty okay. And that doesn't show up too great on the camera, but... And for curiosity, let's see what 110 volts would do. A whole lot of nothing. Hundred and 10 don't do a thing. You can pull out a red one. There's the red one. Got a white one, got an amber one. Amber's actually a little dark. Yeah, that's interesting. It's a little darker than the others. Hmm. Yeah, that makes me really curious to know. Let's do these white ones. See what these white ones look like. Oh, interesting. I might have a different use for those ones. Maybe stick one on the side of the case or something, so, or around the outside of the case. Stick a regular toggle switch. That's actually what I forgot to order, is toggle switch for accessories. I got 2 of these, so we'll see how big the case is when we actually get it. Like, obviously I got the measurements and all that, but it's like, it's different when it's actually sitting in front of you. But I'll see how much room that I'll have to play with. But anyways, so stay tuned. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you like, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and you'll find so you can find out when the next video get uploaded. But I feel like it should be uploaded here in the next month because, yeah, I got the box in the mail, and as soon as I get the box, I'm going to be taking the measurements and etching the design into the ABS plastic and then cutting it out. Pre-testing, and then after I know everything's going to fit the way I want it to, I'll bring it in, stick it under the camera, and we'll piece it all together and take apart the old one piece by piece and walk through each of the different components, each of the different steps from the old one. I do like this system. Boat carpet was a really nice addition to this. The way the battery is mounted is really nice. But interestingly enough, so this mat, right? So check this out. The ABS plastic is bigger than this mat. And I still have space all the way around. So that tells me we're going to have a lot more room to work with. The nice part about this Pelican case, if I wanted to fly, I could put this in overhead luggage. The only thing I'd have to make sure I do is take the battery out. And the reason for that is just because how heavy this makes everything. It's actually a big thing. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. You guys have a good night.